CGTN reporters has been coming to you live from the E-Gaming Stadium here in the city of Hangzhou. As you can see, live performances are actually happening behind me. A singer is sharing his song about believing in the future. It's pretty much to prepare the audience for the upcoming event. As we know that today marks the 100-day countdown to the Asian Games that will be taking place here in the city of Hangzhou in September. And let me flip my camera around, and you can pretty much feel the vibes behind me. People are sitting here in their seats with glowing pictures. There are some of the interactions that will be happening here tonight, including some of the songs that will go with colors. A hint here, the song will be talking about colors in the land of Asia. So these are going to start with the right interaction during the game. Meanwhile, let me flip my camera. So the singer is sharing the music here, and also we will be hearing some of the music that related to the 19th Asian Games that will be happening around here. The VIP seats here. Currently we are standing here with the audience and also media. You can see cameras are lining up here. All the lighting are flowers, and also as we know, the stadium of the 19th Asian Games actually look like a white lotus. So you can see some of the lighting here are actually designed to look similar to the shape of that. And we heard that a lot of performers will be sharing. I think one of the key events everybody is looking and waiting to hear is actually the design of the medals that will be people are up for grabs, especially the design of gold medals, silver, and also bronze. So we are waiting to see what the medals really look like here. And people here you can hear the cheering sound, and also singer is pretty much, as I said, just prepping the audience for the excitement that will be happening here. So what happened today? Some of the activities involve, for example, collecting of the fire seed, so-called, is so for the torch relay to pass on the spirit, and also some of the volunteers for the test events are actually sworn in here. The anchors, the hosts are, you can see the little characters that representing the spirits of the Asian Games are approaching. Let me see if I can zoom in here. You can see they are all lining up with the smiley face. Slowly zooming out here. So I think this is a show that pretty much demonstrates some of the sports that will be playing here, and also the stadiums that will be using for the upcoming games. And you can see the glow sticks will be used or lighting up. I just give you a quick zoom out to see how big the stadium is. So we're on the first level of the audience seats, and there is a second level over there. So this is the main stage, and then people are actually sitting around on the side that I'm standing. And maybe you have already caught that on your very first side, is that the main color of this year is kind of like a pink purplish color. They just gave a 10-minute countdown to the formal events. The formal events will be about 50 minutes, 50 minutes. And it will be sharing the songs involving the games, sharing the spirits and culture on this piece of land. And also, I can see some of the students are already lining up here, preparing for their performance. I think they're having a color board in their hand. Maybe they will form a shape or form. Not on the VIPs, but at least at the on the audience side, the seats are pretty packed. As the host has just shared with us, the people here tonight at this venue will be the first one to witness the announcement of the medals, the design of the medals, and also we will be reflecting on some of the major activities that took place in the city of Hangzhou, including, as I just said, the collection of fire for torch relay, as well as swearing in of the volunteers that will be serving in the test events, because according to officials, 13 test events will be held ahead of the September Games. So there are a lot to look out for. I was actually at the equestrian center today, and there will be no more test event for horses and also for the venues, because the next thing up will be the official competition events that will be happening in the Tonglu County, which is about 90 minutes drive from Hangzhou. And also there are a total of 6 competition zones in southeastern China's Zhejiang province. Other cities involved, including I think Ningbo is one of them. So as it's set on the screen ready, and the city of Hangzhou is ready to shine for its beauty. And they are all lined up here, so we are waiting to see the performance here. As we are waiting, more media folks are coming in to capture the event. So, as I say, the main team color is kind of pink, purple-ish, and I'm standing at the patio overseeing what's happening down here. It's quite dark as people are still waiting for the moment, and they say there will be students from Asian countries, neighboring countries, presenting their voices here, participating in the performance. And there are lots of smiley faces on the screen as we are witnessing the 100-day countdown to the game. Oh, and the big screen that's formally lit up. So this will be the main stage that you will be checking out when the main event kickstarts. Let me give you a look of the surrounding. Heart to heart at Future. Well, this is CGTN reporter Chen Ziyuan. I will leave you with the empty stage here because I know my colleagues have prepared some of the footage, including some of today's highlight to run before the show starts, and I better grab my seat. As I just mentioned, it's so packed here. So that's all I have for now. Bye from Hangzhou.
And here are some fun facts about the major sporting event. It may come as a surprise to many, but gold medals are actually made mostly with silver, including those awarded at the Asian Games and the Olympics. The medal only gets its color through gold plating. Now that's something for the athletes to chew on. The first Asian Games was held in 1961, and this year's event in Hangzhou marks the 19th edition of the Games. Thailand is the most frequent host for the Games, but it has also been a substitute host twice. South Korea and Pakistan cut off hosting the Games in 1970 and 1978 due to rising tensions with their neighbors. China, meanwhile, will be the second most frequent host after Hangzhou 2023, tying South Korea, with both being 3-time hosts. China's first Asian Games was hosted in Beijing back in 1990, followed by Guangzhou in 2010. The Guangzhou Games saw the building of Canton Tower, now a landmark of the city, and in Beijing, the competition witnessed the oldest athlete ever to participate in the Games at the age of 67. And with this sport, without the spirit. The 1994 Games in Japan saw 25 world records broken, the most competitive Asian Games history. And the 2006 Games in Doha saw the most amount of events hosted, 423 in total.
Friday in Beijing. We start with the Hangzhou Asian Games, and today marks the 100-day countdown to the delayed 19th edition. To celebrate the day, the Asiad flame has been lit in the archaeological ruins of Liangzhu ancient city in Zhejiang, and the medal designs will be released. The flame lighting ceremony officially began at 9 o'clock this morning. Liangzhu is an ancient city representing 5,000 years of Chinese culture. The 19 fire gatherers represent the 19th Asian Games, while the local Liangzhu residents participating in the ceremony represent the 45 countries and regions that will compete in these games. The torch lighting and passing ceremony will be held in the middle of September at Hangzhou's West Lake and then travel across 11 cities in Zhejiang province. A digital torch passing activity will also be held online across China, as well as in Asian countries and regions after the flame lighting ceremony. The Hangzhou Asian Games will be the largest and most high-profile international sports event held in China since the pandemic. As the Asian Games approach, the excitement in host city Hangzhou is building, where the three mascots, Chen Chen, Cong Cong, and Lian Lian, can be seen everywhere. The trio aim to spread the Olympic spirit, peace, and friendship while inviting Asia and the world to enjoy the Games. Sports Scene's Damian Jones has more.
The three mascots of the Hangzhou Asian Games are known as the Memories of Jiangnan, a term derived from the poetic line, "When I recall Jiangnan, Hangzhou brings back most of my memories." The trio of Chen Chen, Cong Cong, and Lian Lian are robots symbolizing profound meaning and timely vitality.
The inspirations for the mascots mainly come from Hangzhou's three World Heritage Sites. Cong Cong represents the archaeological ruins of Liangzhu, which has a history of more than 5,000 years of Chinese civilization. Chen Chen is for the Beijing-Hangzhou Grand Canal, and the term Chen is derived from the ancient Gongchen Bridge, which has a history of nearly 400 years. And Lian Lian is for the famous West Lake, which makes the Hangzhou element obvious.
The emblem for the Hangzhou Asian Games was unveiled in 2018, long before the event's one-year pandemic-related postponement. Known as Surging Tides, the image features 6 elements: a Chinese fan, the Qiantang River, a tidal bore, a running track, an internet icon, and the Olympic Council of Asia's glowing red sun symbol. Damian Jones, CGTN.
Aside from being the head of the Hong Kong delegation, you are involved in the Hangzhou Asian Games through a second identity, the president of the Asian Electronic Sports Federation. What do you think it means for esports to be in the Asian Games, and for the very first time as well, and especially in the city of Hangzhou? And what will change for esports, and what will change for the sporting world in general?
Well, that's a very broad question, but I think the first thing that means is I'll be very busy. I think that's number one. Two hats, and but of course both responsibilities are very dear to my heart. So you mentioned about AESF. It's an organization that I've been proud to represent since 2017. So now it's 5 years. Looking back, to cut a long story short, this 5 years has not been easy. For me, when I embarked on this journey, I think the goal for me is really how to bring esports and the traditional sporting community closer together. I remember, representing my organization to attend the esports forum organized by IOC, Thomas Bach, in Lausanne in 2018. Back then, I thought, actually the views on esports and how esports can work with traditional sports were quite wide. There wasn't a big consensus. But at the same time, IOC did recognize that, athletes participating in esports do train and compete in the same vigor and same hard work, let's say, as traditional athletes. So there's common ground, but still apart. But through these 5 years, I'm so happy to see that, under the guise of OCA, they've accepted esports as a medal sport. This is a milestone. It shows that in the past 5 years, not just society, but the sporting circle, the sporting world has let esports or actually open their mind to a different mode of competition or something that's very different to traditional ways of working. And to me, esports is not just about gaming. Gaming or esports you see now is one form of manifestation of esports. To my eyes, I think the future, how technology combines, or how you use technology to have new forms of competition, maybe work with traditional sports, traditional federations to let's not say upgrade, to offer audiences with a new experience. I think this is something that is very interesting. This is a very interesting time, I think, and we are really at the crossroads. So, having Hangzhou host the esports, I think it will showcase to the world what is possible and what can come in the future.
即刻远航，我们的心扑通扑通扑通扑通在宣告，让世界听到东方大地不停敲出激动的心跳，我们的心扑通扑通扑通扑通多骄傲，让世界看到汗水滴落四海，掀起澎湃的风暴，我们的心扑通扑通扑通扑通在宣告，让世界听到东方大地不停敲出激动的心跳，我们的心扑通扑通扑通扑通多骄傲，让世界看到汗水滴落四海，掀起澎湃的风暴，我们的心扑通扑通扑通扑通在宣告，我们的心扑通扑通扑通扑通多骄傲。
Excellencies,
尊敬的各
dear
位领导、
guests,
各位来
dear
宾、
friends,
女士们、
good
先生们、
evening to all
亲爱
of
的
you.
朋友们，大家晚上好！
Good evening
各位
to
好
all，of
这
you.
里是杭州第
This
19
is
届亚运
the
会
thematic
倒计时
activity
100 天
for the
主题活动的
100-day
现场。
countdown
我是浙
ceremony.
江卫视主持人徐文，
By my
我身边
side
来自杭
is
州
Chen
电视台
Yongxin,
双语主持
the
人永新。
bilingual
今天的主题活动
moderator of
正在
events.
通过全球境内外
And we are
70
also
家媒体
broadcasting
近
live
100个
on
平
more
台
than
现场
100
直播。
platforms.
So the warmest welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 100-day countdown celebration for the 19th Asian Games in Hangzhou. I'm Yongxin, and this is my colleague Shiwen. And what you have just experienced the opening performance of our celebration today. I can't tell you how long we have rehearsed that. With a beautiful and powerful melody, we'd like to extend our warmest welcome to you all.
亚运的脚步渐行
Now the
渐近，
Hangzhou
全世界的目光
Asian
都汇聚在这片神
are
奇而又
approaching
充满
and
魅
we're
力
about to
的
welcome
枝江热土。
all of the
我们
guests
不
to
会
our
忘记
city.
2015年9
We
月
will never
16日
forget the
杭州
moment
亚运会
we
申
won
办
the
成
bid.
功之日。自那时起
And for more than
，2000多个日
2,000
日夜夜，
days and
从
nights, we
场
worked so
馆建
hard
设
for
到
construction
赛
of
事
the
组织，
venues, as
从服
well
务
as the
保障
training of
到
the
城市提
personnel in
升。
order to
杭州第
uplift the
19届亚
quality
运
of
会
the
各项
services
筹
we
办
can
工作
deliver
有
when the
序、有
games
力、有效、高质
are
量推
held
进。
in our
再过
city.
100 天
In about
我们就将
100
迎
days, we're
来
about
盛大
to
的
kick off
体育文化
the
盛会的启幕。
Asian
我们
Games
欢
in
迎
the
来自
city
八
of
方的宾客
Hangzhou,
欢迎
and
来
we
自
will
全亚洲的
welcome
体育
all
健
the
儿
guests
和
as
亲
well
爱
as
的
the
朋友们。
athletes to our city.
The swiftest hours as they flew. Time just flies, and I can't believe it's been over 7 years since we did the bidding presentation in Turkmenistan. As we all know, the preparation work for the bidding presentation is no easy task. The workload was heavy, but the rewards were many. Our celebration today is the highlight of the international sports community. It's not just an occasion to summarize what has been achieved over the past few years, but also a joyful gala for the international sports community in Asia. So now, may we introduce you our guests of honor today.
Present with us today.
向各位介绍出席活动的亚奥理事会官员，欢迎 国际奥委会第一副主席、亚奥理事会执委黄思绵。
Mr. Huang Sumian, first Vice President of the International Olympic Committee, Executive Board Member of the Olympic Council of Asia.
欢迎亚奥理事会副主席、体育委员会主席宋鲁曾。
Mr. Song Luzhen, Vice President of the Olympic Council of Asia, Chairman of the Olympic Council of Asia Sports Committee.
欢迎浙江省杭州市领导，杭州亚组委副主席、中共浙江省委常委、杭州市委书记刘杰。
Mr. Liu Jie, Vice President of HAGOC, Member of the Standing Committee of the CPC Zhejiang Provincial Committee, Secretary of the CPC Hangzhou Municipal Committee.
浙江省人民政府副省长李延义。
Mr. Li Yanyi, Vice Governor of the People's Government of Zhejiang.
杭州亚组委副主席兼秘书长、杭州市委副书记、市长姚高原。
Mr. Yao Gaoyuan, Vice President and Secretary General of HAGOC, Deputy Secretary of the CPC Hangzhou Municipal Committee, Mayor of Hangzhou.
省亚运工作领导小组副组长、综合办公室主任杨旭彪。
Mr. Yang Xubiao, Deputy Head of the Provincial Leading Group of the Hangzhou Asian Games, Director of the Coordination Office of the Provincial Leading Group of the Hangzhou Asian Games.
应邀参加活动的还有
Also
浙江省
present with
杭州
us,
市有关亚运
representatives
筹
of the
办部门的代表
preparation、
运动
committee,
员、志愿者、
athletes,
市民、
media,
亚运
and
赞助
also
企业
people
代
from
表
all、walks
新
of
闻媒
life
体等
welcome.
各行业代表，欢迎大家的到来。
Well, the presence of so many people gathered here today demonstrates one thing, if nothing else, that the Hangzhou public has well and truly bought into the Asian Games spirit with immense pride. So to get a flavor of the excitement of the whole city, let's watch a short video.
Thanks to the enthusiasm, we can bring more wonders and splendors to the city, and also it's in the city that we will witness a new chapter written in the history of the Games. After Beijing and Guangzhou, Hangzhou will be the third Chinese city to host the Asian Games, and we can also experience the charm of this ancient city with thousands of years of history. Hangzhou City is quite open to the rest of the world to welcome all the guests from the four corners of the world. So let's turn to the screen and to enjoy the film of promotion of Asian Games, Riding the Tides. We welcome all of you to come to the city of Hangzhou, and Hangzhou Asian Games is a wonderful platform for all the athletes to showcase their skills and expertise. And today, the city.
The Asian Games is one of the greatest shows on earth. Hangzhou is very confident to host a game that the world will never forget. We value our past, we make the most of our present, and we are working together to build our future. Please enjoy the song, Heart to Heart at Future.
And with a beautiful song, we send the invitation to everyone. And we will also light up the future with Oriental colors. Let's enjoy the song together.
我们的心扑通扑通扑通扑通在旋。
朵朵朵朵浪花，朵朵朵朵浪花，想去一个家。 朵朵朵朵浪花，朵朵朵朵浪花，像海一幅画。浪花朵朵朵朵浪花，动情的节拍，携手星月共精彩。浪花朵朵朵朵浪花，圆梦的舞台，掀起山海的澎湃。哦哦哦哦，爱大未来。哦哦哦哦，同爱同在。 哦哦哦哦，爱的未来，心相融情牵挂，踏浪高歌，爱的未来。朵朵朵朵浪花，朵朵朵朵浪花，想去一个家。 朵朵朵朵浪花，朵朵朵朵浪花，像海一幅画。浪花朵朵朵朵浪花，动情的节拍，携手星月共精彩。浪花朵朵朵朵浪花，燃梦的舞台，掀起山海的澎湃。哦哦哦哦，爱的未来。哦哦哦哦，同爱同在。 哦哦哦哦，爱的未来，心相融情牵挂，踏浪高歌，爱的未来，爱的。爱的未来，哦哦哦哦，同爱同在。 哦哦哦哦，爱的未来，心相融情牵挂，踏浪高歌。哦哦哦哦，爱的未来，哦哦哦哦，同爱同在。哦哦哦哦，爱的未来，心相融情牵挂，踏浪高歌，爱的未来。
Thank you so much for
谢
this
谢莹莹
beautiful
的
song.
精彩演唱。 让我们有请周鹏、楚海晨、汪正正、谢宇带来亚运推广歌曲《东方色彩》。
of promotion, Oriental colors.
今天的世界更需要相亲相爱，把心都打开，就是最好的存在。今天的世界更需要多姿多彩，让我们手向前，爱到未来。东方的色彩。 从四面八方走来，踩着滚烫的节拍，
激情燃烧的青春，在通遍大地挥洒。亚洲，亚洲，亚洲，一起来！从陌生
声变成醒来，心动瞬间注入脑海。
每一个传奇故事都闪耀东方色彩。亚洲，亚洲，亚洲，一起来！
今天的世界更需要相亲相爱，把心都打开，就是最好的存在。今天的世界更需要多姿多彩，让我们手相牵，爱到未来。
从四面八方走来，踩着滚烫的节拍，
激情燃烧的青春在通遍大地挥洒。亚洲，亚洲，亚洲，一起来！
从陌生变成信赖，心动瞬间注入脑海。
每一个传奇故事都闪耀东方色彩。亚洲，亚洲，亚洲，一起来！今天的世界更需要相亲相爱，把心都打开，就是最好的存在。今天的世界更需要多姿多彩，让我们手相牵，爱到未来。今天的世界更需要相亲相爱，把心都打开，就是最好的存在。今天的世界更需要多姿多彩，让我们手相牵，爱到未来。今天的世界更需要相亲相爱，把心都打开，就是最好的存在。今天的世界更需要多姿多彩，让我们手相牵，爱到未来。今天的世界更需要相亲相爱，把心都打开，就是最好的存在。今天的世界更需要多姿多彩，让我们手相牵，爱到未来。让我们手相牵，爱到未来。
Today we are welcoming the 100-day countdown ceremony to the Hangzhou Asian Games. This morning, at the archaeological ruins of Liangzhu, we have ignited the flames, and this afternoon we had the ceremony.
At some point, you must have seen legendary kung fu masters, pandas, or otherwise flashing fists as we see them swoosh through the air, performing spectacular techniques. But do you know that we can actually find these movements in classical Chinese dance?
Wushu is one of the disciplines for the Asian Games. And the upcoming performance of dance has embodied the Tai Chi element and has combined art with the sports. We can demonstrate the charm of the traditional Chinese culture in this dancing performance. Let's enjoy it. To spread the spirit of the Asian Games across the mountains and rivers, every athlete will try to reach up to a higher standard and give more beautiful performance. And from one individual to another, they can all become the light of the Asian Games.
Sports will not solve all the world's problems, but a sport can contribute to a better world. Well, as we gather here today, we all know that the Games is a wonderful venue to bring about the best in humanity, and in particular in promoting peace and harmony between all nations and all people in Asia. There is a magic in sports, and we are part of that magic. Please enjoy the song, The Glory of Asia.
亚洲之光熠熠生辉，一起来
Let's
欣赏亚运
enjoy the
推广
song
歌
of
曲
promotion,
《亚洲
The
之光》。
Glory of Asian Games.
每个人都是亚洲之光，照耀着彼此，点燃希望。
山与海相连，我们相依；心与心相融，我们相望。当双手紧握的时候，有一朵花朵一路芬芳。
每个人都是亚洲之光，照耀着彼此。 点燃希望，生命啊，就去温暖生命，心中有爱，天地无限宽广。
超越的心。
当全力拼搏的时候，所有的呐喊汇成乐章。每个人都是亚洲之光，灿烂着你我，豪情万丈。力量它可以激发力量，心中有梦，胜利就在前方。每个人都是亚洲之光，灿烂着你我，豪情万丈。力量它可以激发力量，心中有梦，胜利就在前方。心中有梦，胜利就在前方。
Thank you, 刘一鸣与徐一颖 for your
感谢刘一鸣、
beautiful song.
徐一颖精彩演唱，让我们有请金琳、沈敏捷、陈之玉、杨逸天、赵石带来亚运推广歌曲《To Win》。
你看彩旗飘飘，它多么美丽，是我的努力，让赛场风儿吹起。
欢呼声里藏着多少秘密，是我的汗水汇成今日奇迹。
你看繁花似锦，它充满生机，是我的理想，为它披上了朝气。
故去前行，难忘沿途风景，是我们坚守，迎来了闪耀的光芒。To win, to win, to win, together we cheer for tomorrow. To win, to win, to win, 野花的血脉奔流在我身体，神州的继续，我们勇气。炎黄的血脉汇在我身体，神州的继续给予我们勇气。坚持就会赢，别轻言放弃，光明的未来，相信爱一定赢。
你看亚洲旗帜，它冉冉升起，是我的努力，让世界为我呐喊。
奋力奔跑，谁也不能阻挡，是我的拼搏，让梦想展翅高飞。To win, to win, to win, together we stand for tomorrow. To win, to win, to win, 坚持就会赢，不要轻言放弃。光明的未来，相信爱一定赢。光明的未来，相信爱一定赢。
To win, to heart, to honor, to
It's the
future。
dream of each
争金夺银
athlete
是
to
每
win
个
the
运动员的
medals.
梦想。今天，我们的
Today,
亚运健儿们
our athletes
也将为金
But
牌、
also
银
work
牌
very
和
hard
铜
and
牌
strive
为之
for the
奋斗。
goals. The silver
奖牌
and bronze
是每个
medals.
运动员的梦想
It's the dream
和荣
of
耀
all the，athletes.
同时，也
And
是
it's
我们
also
对
an
亚运
award
健
for
儿
them
优秀
for their
成绩的
hard
褒奖
work.，
更展示了
In
主
the
办国
meantime,
和主办
we
城
can
市
also
文
integrate the
化特
culture
色
and
和办
civilization
赛
of the
理念
whole。city
那么，
into
朋友
the
们，
design of the
杭州
medals.
第19届亚运会的奖
How do
牌
those medals
是
look
什么样子
like
呢
this time for？the
我想，
19
全亚洲、
Asian
全
Games?
世界的朋友都在期待。 今天
Expecting
通过倒计时100天主题活
this
动，
moment,
我们
and
将
now
向
is the
全世
moment.
界隆重发布。
Some of the Asian Games traditions may never been changed, but the look of the Games medals can be very different from one Asian Games to the next. Well, the medal design can reflect the culture of the host city, so it got to be epic. So ladies and gentlemen, please fasten your seatbelt. We are about to unveil the medals for the 19th Asian Games.
有请发布嘉宾：杭州亚组委副主席、浙江省委常委、杭州市委书记刘杰，国际奥委会第一副主席、亚奥理事会执委黄思绵，浙江省人民政府副省长李延义，为各位隆重揭晓杭州第19届亚运会金牌、银牌、铜牌。有请。
Now we are honored to have Mr. Huang Simian, Mr. Liu Jie, Mr. Li Yanyi to unveil the design of the medals for the 19th Asian Games in Hangzhou.
我们请3位领导来到发布台前，在倒计时之后，共同启动发布。 请3位领导手触发布按钮，让我们进入倒计时，5、4、3、2、1，请发布。 充满着骄傲与荣光，杭州亚运会奖牌湖山隆重发布。谢谢各位领导，请入座。 杭州亚运会奖牌湖山设计理念源自于5000年良渚文明，展示中国江南文化，呈现杭州山水景观，展现了勇攀高峰的体育精神。让我们通过大屏一起来360度感受杭州亚运会湖山奖牌。 让我们通过短片一起来感受湖山奖牌的设计理念与寓意。
亚运会奖牌湖山，源自于5000年。
The idea of design comes from the 5,000-year history and civilization of the archaeological ruins of Liangzhu. It's called the lake and the mountains. In June 2021,
2021年6月，
we have started
亚运
the
会奖
competition
牌
for
设计
design
征集
of
活
the
动正式
medals
启
of
动
the 19th
杭州亚组委向全
Hangzhou
球
Asian
发出了
Games.
奖牌设计征集邀约，
We
收
have
到了海内外
received
作
more
品
than
1105
1,000
件，
applications
通过
after
层层
rounds
评
and
审论
rounds
证，
of
最终确认
selection.
了奖牌设计方
Today,
案。
we
今
finally
天奖牌的
officially
隆重发布，也
unveiled
是
the
亚运
three
筹办工作
medals
的
for the
重
Asian
要里
Games.
程碑事件。 同时，唱响亚运好声音，
And we
汇聚
have
亚洲多
also
元期待。
kicked
歌曲
off
征集也是一项
since
重要
long
的
this
亚运
competition
文化
for
活
the
动。
selection of
杭
the
州亚运
theme
会开
song.
展了3轮主题
We
歌
have
曲征集，
received more
收
than
集到了3000多首音乐作品。
copies of the
今天我们欣
applications.
赏到的就是其中的精品力作。
For if we have achieved anything in the past, it was for and because of you. And if we aspire to accomplish more, much more hopefully, we will know with all confidence we can get there because of you. Now, please enjoy the song, Splendid Asia.
Splendid Asia.
美丽的亚细亚。
Asia of tolerance and equality.
我们肩并肩，
Hand
手
in
拉手，
hand,
我们
we belong to
是
the same
一家。
family.
杜鹃伴着驼铃，把梦轻轻唤醒。晚风轻拂万家，亮起满天星星。
千百年的相邻，星河时代延续，心里飞出歌声，召唤我们来相聚。
美丽亚细亚，好大一个家，山连山，水连水，开满了鲜花。我们向未来一路携手啊，翻过座座山峰，快乐再出发。
我们姐妹兄弟，扩散爱的信息，不顾它只是旅，奔赴我们的相聚。
美丽亚细亚，好大一个家，相爱的人们注定相逢啊。我们向未来一路欢歌啊，更美的明天一起创造吧。美丽亚细亚，好大一个家，相爱的人们注定相逢啊。我们向未来一路欢歌啊，更美的亚细亚一起创造吧，更美的亚细亚一起创造吧。
As a new discipline, the breaking dance has become one part of the 19th Hangzhou Asian Games, and a new film is about to meet all of you.
Well, in breaking, B-boys and B-girls always identify themselves with the dance. And this year, breaking will be making its debut at the Hangzhou Asian Games. So, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to fire up the night?
So, let's welcome the kids again to give us the breaking performance.
What kind of kids do you like? Like this? No. I think we should be like this.
Like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, like this.
like this, like this.
Baby, you want like this, like this, like this, like this, like this.
Girl, tell me if you want it like this.
No, we are pretty girls, so.
All the pretty girls walk like this.
Wait. I think all the girls were like this.
Baby, I'm used to feeling like this. Like this. Slide over here, you can like this. Like this. Slide over here, you can like this. Ooh. My head.
Wait, it's too much.
My head. Slide over here, you can like this. Curly yellow, it's on me. 100 empires, I want it. Out of my bags, I want it, yeah. Just in the house about it, yeah.
Whatever you like, we just do what we like. Like this.
Where the hood at? Had it in the cut where the wood.
Hold on, the teacher told us no litter.
We come together because we have the shared dreams. And we will always bear in mind the important instructions by President Xi Jinping, and we are confident that Hangzhou will be able to present to you a perfect Asian Games. And we can also combine the present with the past and also harmonize the relationship between human and also the nature.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hangzhou, a place of ideas and innovation, inclusiveness and openness. To see it once is better than being told 100 times. This summer in Hangzhou can be a time that catches the mood, a time that lifts us, a time when something amazing is created. Your future is our future. Today was a wonderful, glorious day, and tomorrow will be yet another. Hangzhou welcomes you all.
Hangzhou is a poetic city and also a dynamic one, with great love for everyone. And love can move the mountains and also bind us together. Let's look forward together to the 19th Asian Games in Hangzhou.
和天空，同迎着黎明和繁星，同样的向往和憧憬，同愿我们一个梦。我们同拥有一个家，心相融，爱相加，纵天涯隔不开牵挂。1万个骄傲的声音， 汇聚成一句话，你和我同筑亚细亚，同呼吸，同感受，同梦想，同爱，同在，同分享，用拼搏挥洒每一刻，为胜利而欢呼，为勇气而高歌，同呼吸，同感受，同梦想，同爱，同在，同分享，让世界见证每一刻，生命温暖生命，力量激发力量绽放。我们同拥有一个家，心相融，爱相加，纵天涯隔不开牵挂。10000个骄傲的声音汇聚成一句话，你和我同筑亚细亚，同呼吸，同感受，同梦想，同爱，同在，同分享，用拼搏挥洒每一刻，为胜利而欢呼，为勇气而高歌，同呼吸，同感受，同梦想，同爱，同在，同分享，让世界见证每生命温暖生命，力量激发力量绽放。
With love always, dear friends.
亲爱的朋友们，让我们跟随着秒针
Now let's
一
fly
起
together
向
with
前飞
time,
奔。
and
我们必
to the
将
whole
向世
world
界
we
呈现
can
一届中国特色
present
亚洲
a
风采
wonderful session of
精彩
Asian
纷呈
Games.
的
We are
体育
deeply
文化盛
convinced
会。
that the
我们坚信
19th
杭州
Hangzhou
亚运
Asian
会
Games
一
will
定
be
世人传
remembered
颂
by
将
everyone.
永在亚洲奥林匹克史册。
You are invited. With only 100 days to go until the Games begin, the 19th Asian Games is opening a door to a brighter future in Hangzhou and inviting the whole world to join in a big celebration of hope. These are China's games, Zhejiang's opportunity, and Hangzhou's moment. See you soon in Hangzhou.
Dear friends, the 100-day countdown ceremony to the 19th Hangzhou Asian Games now comes to an end. See you in 100 days.